So if you don't want to have stress, get rich. There's a lot of ways to focus on to eliminate that thought. Like, you gotta just work more than everybody else. Stop worrying about things you can't control. Like, when you overstack your calendar, you don't have time to worry about stress.
People that are completely sloppy, careless, and then you team them up with him, forget about it. It turns into like a complete fucking nightmare.
I would be stressed if I couldn't pay all my bills and didn't have any money. I would be stressed by that if I had that problem. But when you focus on production, you don't have a money problem. That reduces stress by quite a bit. I'll tell you that.
My sense of urgency is so high, and I know a lot of people lack that. Me, it's like, just like, get it done. And I know what can wait till tomorrow and what can't, right? So a lot of people don't know how to tell what a priority is in a list of things.
As long as you keep getting better, you're gonna deal with bigger problems better. You think the billionaire doesn't have any problems? Yeah, way bigger than ours. Hey guys, welcome to Driven Couples. I'm back. I'm sure you guys missed me from last week. I was in Cancun with Carlos Munoz and handling some business. But now I'm back and we're going to talk about handling stress. So I think this is going to be very good for everybody that gets stressed out. I never get stressed out.
Because you could just ignore everything like
stress.
He does.
I love stress. like, remember that, like, there's no stress if why do you get stressed?
Overwhelmed.
I'm always overwhelmed though.
And annoyed
It's
with
different.
you sometimes.
Yeah, but I get annoyed with you all the time. But stress, I'm talking about stress, not annoyed or overwhelmed. See, this is the problem with most people. They confuse stress with being overwhelmed. They confuse stress with being annoyed. That has nothing to do with stress. I'm annoyed all the time. I'm overwhelmed from the moment I wake up to the moment I collapse. That's not stress.
Okay.
So maybe you're confused. I think this is going to be good for you too.
No,
Remember,
everybody knows what stress is.
Stress is a privilege.
Stress is a privilege,
If
and
you don't want to be stressed, be a homeless.
they're stressed on a different
they're
level.
stressed with weenie problems.
Yeah, everybody has different problems.
You think the billionaire doesn't have stress?
Everybody has stress, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what the billionaires don't call it stress.
So you're gonna talk about controlling stress, right? Not telling people if they're what's
first of all, stress is made up.
Okay.
It doesn't exist.
Okay. So I would call it's not really stress. I feel like a lot of people have no urgency. It's kind of like, oh, whatever, I'll do it tomorrow, and sometimes, like, even him, I'll ask him for something and it takes a week and I'm like, okay, dude, like, I'm done waiting. You either get it to me or I'm over it. Like, I will handle it myself. Why does that happen? Because we're all busy. Everybody has different priorities, different things. But at the end of the day, it's like you have to own your roles. And sometimes when there's somebody that isn't owning their roles, it does create stress. I don't care what he says. See, the thing is that he doesn't deal with all those problems, so he doesn't think it's stress because he doesn't have to deal with them. I have to deal with them. So yeah, sometimes I do get stressed out.
If you're feeling stressed, overwhelm yourselves with more. Like, do more. Like, overwhelm yourselves with production. Focus on production.
Do more and half-ass everything.
Focus on pushing yourself to the max limits. Like, you don't have time to worry about stress. You don't have time to worry about, like, little shit, like weenie problems. You got to focus and keep pushing and pushing and pushing and like, do more all the time. Like Alpha Slice, he doesn't worry about stress. Like, do you have stress? No, because he has a lot of money. So if you don't want to have stress, get rich. There's a lot of ways to focus on to eliminate that thought. Like, you got to just work more than everybody else. Stop worrying about things you can't control. Stress, let's just call it like being a weenie, okay? Stress doesn't exist. So if you're dealing with weenie, then it's because you're focusing on things you can't control. If you can't control something, why are you paying attention to it? So just for the fact that this is the show, and so people understand, stress is when you focus on things you can't control. You can't control that. Focus on things that you could control only and put all your energy into that. That's what I do. I don't have time to worry about stress.
No comment.
Because from 3 a.m. till I collapse, I am producing every minute.
Join the club. So now try taking care of 2 kids at the same time.
I take care of them.
Oh, sure. For 5 minutes at a time?
I was with Italia. Every time I get home, I hug her and she wants to follow me everywhere, right?
Yeah, she's your baby. She loves you.
I do everything. So like, let's talk a little bit about stress before we start answering questions, because I have like 50 tips on how to deal with the
His
so-called
number
stress.
one is ignore everything. That's the way he ignores stress.
You
That's how
gotta
he
you gotta
doesn't get stressed.
overstack your calendar where you're running everywhere, everywhere. That's why we're always running everywhere. Like when you overstack your calendar, you don't have time to worry about stress. You
Keep
gotta leave
talking.
everything on the court, Sil.
Keep talking.
Yeah. So let me give you something you could do in the morning that she's gonna agree. Maybe this is why Sil gets a little bit stressed out. What do you say you get a little bit stressed out?
I have urgency. I know what needs to get done, and I don't let a week go by. That's all. Everybody's different. Some people, they say they're going to do something and they give themselves a month when it should take no longer than 2 days, you know? And again, it's being clear on what needs to be done. And it's not really, I wouldn't say, I mean, it could be stress. Sometimes it's a little bit of
So you're
frustration
catching it. You're
when
catching it.
other people don't do their job.
Yeah.
You included.
Don't
You
fo-
included.
You can't control that. So focus on what you could control.
God.
See, you want me to do when you tell me when you ask me a question doesn't relate to my roles, I'm not gonna answer it.
But then later
When
he's like, what was that? I'm like, none of your business. Now
you
I don't tell
when
him.
you ask me to do something that's not part of my role, I'm not gonna do it. Like I told you, do you think Andy Frisella does that? Do you think Ed Milet does that? No, everybody has their roles. If everybody does their roles, then I could do my role. All have different roles. But something that she'll agree with maybe is in the mornings. Make sure you work out in the mornings hard. Okay.
Yeah.
Do some sprints. When you're sprinting like uphill and pushing yourself till you're gonna collapse, you're gonna run out of air and you're gonna fall. Like that's what you want to do. And put some music. Music makes you feel good. Like I put the power song, I put like whatever song that's gonna pump me up, and I'm sprinting uphill, and I'm like, how could you be stressed when you're trying to hold on to your breath so you don't collapse? Work out makes you feel good. Your blood's flowing, and then self improvement in the morning. When you do self improvement in the morning, you learn something new. Now you learn something new, and you're like, maybe that's gonna help you solve the problem that you're getting stressed about. What else? Check your finances every day. If you don't check your finances every day, they're gonna sink. Nothing stresses you out more than being broke. If you check your finances every day, you're tracking. That's gonna make your finances go up. Why do you think I feel so good all the time? Because the money keeps going up. The money keeps going up. And what is that? Momentum. When you get momentum, you never let it go because it's almost impossible to get it back. So,
Yeah.
oh,
I'm just listening to you.
well, let's talk about stress, like how to deal with stress.
Well, you know everything, so you tell him.
No, I don't know everything.
Okay. Everybody's different, and I think everybody handles things in a different way. And some people have, everybody's different, right? Some are more detailed than others. Some are just crazy all over the place. There's people that ignore their whole life. I've had to deal with people like that. People that are completely sloppy, careless, and then you team them up with him, forget about it. It turns into like a complete fucking nightmare. Like, and it's like, someone like him is never going to see it. And like you said, it's other people's jobs. Yeah, agreed, assuming they are doing their job. And then when you go back and you look at it and it's not done, like it's crazy, you know, and it is part of growing pains or whatever you want to call it. But everybody's different. Not everybody could be a certain way. But also it's like you handle stress differently than he would or that I would,
Yeah.
you know, and it's important to just know like, okay, this needs to be done by this time. You know, there's a reason why
Deadlines.
we have 20 incomplete projects. There's a reason for that, right? Yeah. Well, won't get into that. But again, it's just priorities, but there's always, this is more important than that, but this still needs to get done. And then it's like, it's just crazy.
But like for example, we're having this party, and we
Yes,
invested
Albert.
so much in this party. You can't have a party like this without money.
What? Who's talking about money though?
Well,
Like, what are you talking about?
because people get stressed with parties, like organizing them and planning them. Like there's people that get stressed with every single thing. Like stop stressing about it. We have a party right here with this deck uncompleted. It's gonna be a great party because it's about the content, the people. It's not about like everything doesn't have to be perfect all the time.
Yeah, Albert's not very detailed,
And-
so
and-
that's
and-
why
and
we
one
make such
thing-
a great team.
One thing that I'm detailed
You're
on,
not.
on things that create money, on things that are money
Different
making
things than
activities.
me.
I'm not detailed on what color dress you were wearing and what colors are my cars. I don't even know what color my cars are. Like if you know what day it is, you're not busy enough. Plain and simple. I don't
That's
know what
true.
day today is.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
I don't
Today's
know.
Wednesday.
I don't know what day it
It's
is.
driven
But
couples.
another thing is that I noticed that, like, like I deal with. Remember that you thought I was gonna be super stressed. We got blood work, and then you had stress crystals. So those are facts. So you had stress crystals, and people. Yeah, you're right. They deal with stress, but we're giving here people tips on how to avoid this so-called
So,
made-up thing,
yeah.
stress.
So then you tell them.
You do one. Yeah, well,
You don't stress, right? So I'm listening. I'm paying attention
well,
to
I'm
you.
coaching you because I
Okay.
think this is going to help you.
Okay.
You got to do one thing at a time. You complete one thing, you move on to the other thing. You don't do 10 things at once.
When you have 200 things in one day,
You do
you have
one
to
thing.
do
You do
everything
one.
at
You do,
once.
No, you do one thing, then
Okay.
the second, the third, the fourth, until you get to 100.
Yeah, sometimes the 100th thing needs to get done, and so does everything below it. So how do people do that?
Okay, you gotta. I should do next video, Jesus, on my notebook. How I handle my notebook. I have the left side and the right side. I put a circle, a check,
No.
and I put all the list.
I'm not even gonna
Everything
put them on the
important.
spot right now.
So
But
what you
I
do?
should.
So what? Go
I
ahead.
really
I'm
should.
not scared. I don't have anything to hide. So when you have your list of 200 things, there's gonna be things that are veggies.
How long did it take you
handle
to do the
veggies first.
veggie that you handled today? That was a major veggie. How long did that take you? How many times did I have to ask you?
That veggie
Crucial.
wasn't the most important one that I had to deal with. I had
okay.
veggies that were maybe worth $1 million, not 100,000.
Okay.
Okay, so you have to make sure you do your top veggies in order. And also, when you're completing the veggie, sometimes there's other people involved, and you need support. You can't do everything by yourself. And maybe that's why people get overwhelmed, that they call stress, because they're trying to do everything by themselves. You need a team. That's why we have an army.
Yeah, an army that clearly has too much on their plate.
You got to do more then. We got to do more. When you feel you have too much on your plate, you got to do more. That means you're not pushing yourself enough. Like, you got to push yourself. And if you're working your ass off, you might be thinking like, well, life is not all about pushing yourself to the limits. Life is not all about
Sometimes.
being rich and living in Beverly Hills, driving Ferraris. Look, that's why you reward yourself. That's why Alpha Slice works really hard. That's why he drives a Lambo and a Ferrari and lives in a paradise over there in Miami Beach in his nice big house that he got. That's why. That's why he has his nice paddock, gold. Okay, you reward yourself. Maybe it's not Ferraris. Maybe you want to have sex. Go on a date.
Go have a nice dinner. We can't even have dinners anymore. It's so sad.
Throw a party at your house.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Yeah.
So I mean, what? There's nothing to get stressed about. I would be stressed if I couldn't pay all my bills and didn't have any money. I would be stressed by that if I had that problem. But when you focus on production, you don't have a money problem. That reduces stress by quite a bit. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, well, then you can keep hiring to keep growing in a sense.
Yeah.
Better people, smarter people, faster people that you probably have to pay more money to, but it doesn't matter because they're more qualified. Therefore, it takes away from your stress, and unfortunately, humans are super disengaged these days. It's crazy. They will walk over like a spilled cup of coffee, and I just will never understand that. He's one of them. He'll walk over a coffee.
Oh, I'm not gonna pick it up.
I know you're not. I will.
I'm gonna go.
Because I'm not gonna walk over
make another
something.
million. I'm not gonna pick up a coffee. That's why we have a full-time.
That's why we're different.
We have a full-time housekeeper now.
Yeah.
You have a
Well,
full-time
that would
nanny.
never happen in our house.
Yeah, I get it. Maybe we need a housekeeper in the office then.
No. People have to clean up after
It's
themselves.
roles. See, so if
Yeah.
you get a housekeeper
So
in the
anyway,
office, that would be the
to
roles.
turn into something more positive, because literally today I wanted to choke him out.
Every day you
Like,
wanna
no,
choke me.
today especially.
Look, I'll tell you something. The only day out of this week that you were nice to me was the day that I came back from Cancun, that you missed me for 3 days. You were very nice to me that day. We even had the best sex session probably in this entire year.
Wow.
And then after that, you turned into Syl again.
No. There's a lot to be done, and there's no time to waste.
You were so excited when you
and
saw me
there's
for the
no
first
room
time.
for like extra
Yeah, but
conversation.
you were
Like,
so
we gotta go.
You were so excited to see me that first day, weren't you?
I'm still excited to
You were
see
even
you.
nervous.
Not at work
A little
though. Stupid.
You were a little nervous. Yeah,
I
you were
was
shy.
not nervous.
Yes, you were.
So, literally, like, so we're having our company Christmas party, and I'm like, okay, if you want to come, you can come. If you don't want to come, you don't want to have to come. I just feel like everybody has their own ideas, their own opinions right now, and I'm like, okay, whoever wants to be here, whoever wants to have a good time. But of course, it's just like obstacle. He doesn't see it because he doesn't do anything as far as planning goes. And it's just like obstacle. And I'm just like, man, like even today, I'm just like, fuck. Like there has to be like a good thing today, and it's just one of those days. And daily have to remind myself, like, you got this, you can do it, it's okay, tomorrow's gonna be better, and I know a lot of people get stuck in that way, and then they stop. So like, we don't stop, but it's still a lot. It's still a little bit crazy sometimes. So yeah, thanks to all the bullshit going on right now, it just makes
Yeah, but
everybody's
you
life
also you
harder.
do more by hiring more people, more salespeople, and also another thing is, if you want to avoid stress, be healthy. Okay, you got to be healthy. You got to eat healthy food. You got to work out. That's why I work out. If I didn't work out, I didn't eat healthy. You got to avoid alcohol and drugs. If you like to drink, drink 20% of the time and eat bad 20%, but 80% be healthy, because it adds up. It adds up. Yeah, I'll be on vacation or whatever, and maybe I'll drink every day. But then I come back and I reset. I don't continue that. I don't eat garbage. Okay, when you're out of shape and you have a lot of fat and you're not taking care of yourself,
Yeah.
maybe you'll get a heart attack with stress, with a lot of work. But if you take care of yourself, even if you're a little bit fluffy, like she calls it, but you work out, you eat healthy, you eat your veggies, you're gonna handle it better.
Yeah.
People that get heart attacks, they're usually not in good shape and not healthy. Immune system is low. People that get coronavirus, the flu, they get it because their immune system was down. Maybe they didn't sleep enough. Maybe they were
Yeah.
out drinking, not sleeping, and maybe they took a few hits of whatever.
Well, your body's going to respond based on how well you take care of it,
Yeah.
to any disease, not just COVID. So being healthy is number one.
And also, guys, if you're getting stressed out, maybe you're around the wrong people. Like when I'm around powerful people and I keep connecting with better people that I'm learning, they're pushing me to get better, they're showing me their kind of lifestyle. I'm like, man, I got to get to their level, and they keep me pushing to move forward. And look, to end this and answer some questions. You got some questions, Steph? We're gonna answer some questions. I'm in a good mood today, very good mood. So what I'm gonna do, like, life has never been so much easier. Like I'm super pumped up today because, like, we just came back from Cancun, got a lot of good stuff done. I want to give everybody $100. Everybody that gets on here, ask a question, let's give them $100. Everybody. And remember, what I do to not get stressed is I'm always pushing. I always want to add more thing. Before coming out here, I wanted to do one more video, right, Jesus? We're like, let's push another video because Sil's getting ready.
I was
Push
not
another
getting
video.
ready.
And we were running over here like nonstop all day, all day. When you have so much going on, so much production, you're helping so many people, you're making so much money, and you don't have time to think about weenie problems. You don't have time to think about things you can't control. I just focus on what I could control, and I go all in. I leave everything on the court, just like Alpha Slice. You guys should follow Alpha Slice. Guys, on Instagram, we have quite a few viewers right there. You got to text the number 310-359-0927, and I'm going to send you the link to the Zoom. Some guy was saying, you only have 71 viewers? I got 87 now, bitch. So turn it off, and you guys, I'll send you the link to the Zoom. Love you guys. Yeah. Actually, you can leave it, yeah.
Whatever. I don't really care.
I'm gonna choose, so just join us on Zoom to actually ask questions.
Yeah. All right, let's go with the first question. Dude, I'm so excited to be back. Ever since I've been back, haven't I been like fired? You gotta admit it.
We were all fired while you were gone too.
Yeah, but a few people didn't complete their roles, which didn't allow me to complete mine.
Yeah, we were going through a transition. We're making adjustments right now, which you always have to do in life, whether it's your business, your relationships, and that's what I told him. Right now, my priority is not to cook for you. I'm sorry. Like, sorry. I know I'm your wife, but sometimes it's just not a possibility, especially when he wants to get picky. So ladies, don't be afraid to tell your man. And believe me, I'm easy. Like, I'm like, I'll throw salmon in. Like, I'm okay with that. But when he's like, I don't want to eat salmon, I want you to make this complicated food that's going to take me 2 hours. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I had the longest day ever, and I'm just not going to do that. Sorry.
I'm used to having my longest day every single
Same.
day of the year, 365 days a year. So I'm used to it. I love it.
Except when he was in Cancun getting hammered every day with his buddies.
I was in Cancun making millions. Okay? Wait till you see that podcast and all that stuff. And all the information I got out of there, we got a lot. We grew our audience.
Yeah, it was a
okay?
really great. That was like seeing that.
Like
He's
I
just
said,
like,
if a fucking multimillionaire asks me to go drink, of course I'm gonna
Yeah.
go drink. If you want to take 10 tequila shots, let's go.
and I was like, go. I mean, a connection like that, an opportunity like that will come not as often as anybody would like. It's absolutely insane. You know, when I saw him there and he's like, Syl, this is happening and that is happening. Of course, he's out there. Like, it's not like you're just gonna sit there on your laptop all day. But it was like crazy. Just all the information. I don't know. I can't believe all the people that were there. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find the link because three more people want to join, but it disappeared. Can you text me the link, Steph, or? Yeah, text me the link. All right, let's go with the first question while I find it.
Te habla Jesús.
Oh, you did?
First question is from Michael Favreau.
Oh, it's cold. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Syl. Hey, Albert. How's it going, man?
Very good.
You?
Good. Hey, I'm doing good. I just wanted to ask you, Syl, what's the one personal thing that stresses you out on a daily basis?
When things just when things don't get done, because literally, like, we're all operating at 100 in the office. Sometimes some people will go down to like 80 or something for whatever reason, but when things don't get done in time is what I try to tell him. There's deadlines for things, especially when you're having events and when you're like on call after call after call, and it's like person after person after person, and it's like this agent that it's crazy. Like, today was literally that day. And this morning, I'm like, no, it's going to be great. We're going to turn it around. But normally the first 2 hours of the day, I can kind of tell how it's going. I don't know what it is. But normally, like, if I get something crazy in the morning, it'll just keep going and going and going and going and going. And I'm just like, man. And it's like just putting out fires, executing, doing this, doing that. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. And every day is just like that, but some are more than others. And normally I'm very good at being able to, like, you know, work it out. But today was just one of those days for me, and that's okay. Like, I don't care. I'll say it. Yeah, I was stressed out because I know I still have so many things to do. You guys have no idea. So, like, making him dinner is not one of my priorities. Like, I'm sorry. There's more crucial things, like he said, making money and making sure tomorrow's set up and making sure everybody knows what's expected and what's going to happen tomorrow. But yeah, sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm so done with this. I'm going to go put in my job application somewhere else.
And like I said,
bye.
we could hire another person to replace you.
Well, we're already
And-
doing
and-
that.
And also, yeah,
We're already
we
doing
have
that.
3 interviews next week for
Four.
for the CFO. Four interviews from the CFO recruiter that got us, like, he got 50 and they're down to 4.
Yeah.
But remember, like, she doesn't want to cook.
It's not that I don't want to.
It's all good, man. I'll go get my own food. When you
There
have
it
money,
is.
you can go get your own food. I was gonna go get In-N-Out lettuce wrap, and then she's like, no, I'll cook for you. I'll cook for you. So focus on what you can control. I can't control her cooking. I can't force her.
You can't
So,
control
but
what I have
could-
to
but-
do.
But I could force myself to go get some food.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So, and by the way, you look very pretty today.
Thank you.
She always does, especially naked.
Oh, don't tell him that.
Mohammed.
Albert's so bad.
Hey, Albert, how you doing, man?
Hi.
Dude, awesome, man. I'm trying to get to your level.
Ah, come on. I miss you guys.
Yeah.
know.
Hey, by the way, I'll text you later about the party this Saturday. I don't know if you're available, but we're having a party this Saturday.
days away, this guy.
Yeah, I was just talking to Steph. Yeah, I mean, I'll try to make it, dude. But I mean, that would be the best thing to do. But you know, I've got some wife problems as well.
Yeah, tell me about it, man.
All right, listen, man. I've got a money problem. Where should I spend my money before the end of the year?
Bro, it depends how big it is. How big is it?
So let's say maybe like 200 grand.
That's a big money problem.
Buy a business.
Well,
Buy a business. You could write
you
it.
know, I'm literally trying to close a deal on a gym.
That's a great idea because that's a business with equipment.
Yeah, and that's only like 60,000.
You could write out. All right, you have a big family, so you're gonna need a Suburban extended. So maybe get a Suburban extended. You'll add another Uh, I mean, maybe get the Escalade extended because that's a little bit more expensive, and then there you go. You got your 200.
Would that be? I mean, I don't know. Would that be a business expense?
That'll be for sure because it's a 6,000 pounder.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not. You don't have to go get the Cullinan. That's overpriced. You could get the Suburban or the Escalade extended for your family. That's gonna be bigger and happy family. Maybe make it into a limo, and you could have all the kids in the back, and you could be the driver.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I don't mind being the driver, man. Listen, on a serious note, so I've got this influencer, right? He has 8.7 million on YouTube, and he has 2.1 million on Instagram. And the dude is from Brazil, and he's a friend of my neighbor that just arrived. He's taking a vacation in Miami, and I said, so I was introduced to him, and I said, dude, fuck, take my SVJ, enjoy your vacation. And the dude wants to take my Lamborghini, so he's coming tomorrow, shoot a video. His audience speak Portuguese, so I'm not sure how to take advantage of that, that opportunity.
Look, bro. I'll just be straight up. Just don't tell him that I told you this.
He's gonna see it.
Uh, yeah, just don't tell him that I told you this. But Salamondrin, he was here on Sunday, so we were having a lot. We were having a lot of touching a lot of key points, talking some strategies about marketing. That guy's a genius in marketing. He doesn't spend any money on marketing. He was able to just market by creating viral videos, and he creates viral videos with what's viral, like exotic cars, exotic women, kid videos, like those go viral, no matter, funny videos, sarcastic ones. But are you going to get the audience that are going to buy like $10,000, $20,000 products? Of course
Or
not.
in his
Of course
case,
not.
buy his course that isn't in Portuguese.
Of course not. So like those people will buy Salamondrin's mezcal that's $25. So when he's going live, has 5,000 people on the live, more than likely a lot of those people will buy $25 product, but they're not going to go buy a 5,000, 10,000, or even a $2,000 product. So now the same applies to your situation. If they all speak Portuguese, or if they're from Brazil, what do you have to offer them if you don't speak Portuguese? So you got to think about all those things. It's great. You'll get followers for sure. You'll get a lot of new people, but is that the audience that is gonna
Yeah.
allow you to help them, which is gonna turn out to more money for you? Probably not.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, I was like trying to, scratch my brain if there's an opportunity there. Of course, I'm gonna gain followers, definitely, but yeah, I wanted to capitalize on it if like there's room. I mean, I see you, but I see you, collaborating with all those, icons in Mexico.
Yeah.
Obviously, like you speak the language and stuff like that. So maybe I need to learn a few jokes in Portuguese and create a small product.
There you go, man. There's so much stuff. There's so much time that we could talk about later. We'll mastermind another ideas, but definitely we gotta have like a small product, like like anything, an energy drink, tequila, even though you don't drink, something that you could tell people. Like for me, like I just started a partnership with the number one guy from Enagic. They sell the alkaline, the pH water. Yeah, so I'm gonna start making I'm gonna create another flow of income by doing that. So I'm working out really hard. That's why I have a lot of energy, and I'm like working out super hard. Like next time you see me, like I'll let you feel my abs. But I'm getting and then like I was pissing like green pee with bubbles. Now I'm pissing like clear, no bubbles on my piss. Like this water is really making a difference. It's making me feel less bloated. So it's a good product, and if you believe in the product, there you go. You have an affordable product for people. So there's just a lot of ideas that I have that I want to discuss with you later. But man, life is good, isn't it?
Life is amazing.
I mean, you're right now.
Steph.
Like people are worried about weenie problems right now. You're Big problem is like, man, I landed in my SVJ and I'm gonna get Portuguese followers. So choose your problems, guys. Like everybody has different types of problems. You
Lot of
got
problems, man.
Yeah.
a
Oh, nice. Let me have some.
There you go.
dude. He'll let you. Don't tell him because he'll let you have all of it.
Wow.
All right, can't wait to see you guys in February. I'm so excited for that. So excited.
You?
Love you. We'll probably see you before that in Miami.
Yeah, hopefully. I need a
Let's
vacay.
go.
No kids. A vacay, no kids.
You got another one, Steph?
I sure do. You have.
I'll send you $100. By the way, off list.
You have Gio Benitez.
Gio,
Hey, what's up, Albert? Can you hear me?
very
Yes,
good.
What's up?
So one of the questions I want to ask is, what do you and Syl do in order to keep yourself busy that you guys don't even worry about stress? Like, what are some of the habits or things in general you guys do?
Ask him.
Yeah, I'll be the right person for that. Like, 'cause
I
she
handle
gets-
all the things that have a little bit of stress in them, which is a lot of things.
Look, like to defend myself, before we got to this level, I was battling heart attacks every single day. I felt like I was gonna get a heart attack at least 100 times, and I put it on my babies, on both of their lives, 100 times a minimum, maybe more. I was swallowing my food, about to get a stroke. I was about to fall down, and I was seeing people faint, like flying around, and I was just pushing myself to the max. I couldn't sleep. I would lose sleep at 12 midnight. I wouldn't tell her because I didn't want to worry her. So
I
I
already
took
knew.
on a lot of shit.
By
So
the
like
way.
when she's dealing right now with problems like managing
now he's
people
payback.
and all that, like those are weenie problems. Deal with the fucking heart attacks. So what I do to not worry about stress is I wake up extremely early when my eyes open. I don't wake up at 6 or 7 or 8 or when my alarm clock rings. I don't have an alarm clock. When my eyes open, like some people wake up, go take a piss in the middle of the night, go back and sleep. And then they can't sleep because they get on their phone. They're like, oh, I'm distracted.
Albert used to be that person.
So then they
for the
start.
record.
Yeah, but I got distracted because I was on my phone looking for millions. And then I couldn't sleep. I would wake up. People like get on the phone, they lose their sleep, and they roll in bed for 40 minutes. I have a 10-minute rule. If I roll in bed for more than 10 minutes, I get up and I start my day, no matter if it's a day in advance. One time I woke up 11:40 p.m. because I slept like at 8, fell asleep at 8. I was exhausted. I woke up and I started my day. Didn't even look at the time. And I go start my day. I wash my face, get ready to do my workout, self-improvement and everything, check my finances. And I'm like, wait a minute, it's 12:20. What time did I wake up? I had my Fitbit
That's
that
a
was
true
tracking
story.
my sleep. And I'm like, oh shit, I woke up at 11:41 p.m. So that means I woke a day in advance.
That's
So it
funny.
doesn't matter when my eyes open, that's time to wake up. That's my alarm. I don't close my eyes back. I get up, I give her a kiss, even though she doesn't remember them because she's snoring, and I give my 2 daughters a kiss,
am.
and I get to work. I start with my same routine, my 5-hour morning routine that I do every single day, including Sundays. The only thing I skip on Sundays, sometimes I change it for another day, like when it's special occasion, is the workout. One day out of the week, I don't work out. I wake up and I have a beer at 5 a.m. And it keeps me extremely busy because I don't have any time to think about any little shit weenie problems. I'm occupied on things that are important, veggies, things that you hate to do but you got to do. So every day before 12, I want to make sure I complete 4 veggies, things that are going to pay you the biggest pay. So up until I can't keep my eyes open anymore, that's when I go to sleep. And ask people, they could take a vote if that's not true. I get on people's nerves because I fucking keep myself so busy all the time. And guess what? Millions in the bank. We live here in this $10 million home. We have a couple Ferraris in the Rolls, 2 beautiful kids, and a beautiful wife. Like, I can't complain. Beautiful sunset. Beautiful people that are part of the company.
Yeah.
21 million in revenue this year. So that's what happens when you work your ass off and you push yourself. Some people say, you shouldn't push yourself so hard. I want my weekends. I want my vacations. Well, maybe that's why you're broke. Maybe that's why you're average. That's what I do.
That's what we've been doing for 12 years plus.
I don't know if that answers the question.
No, yeah, it does. Thank you so much.
And remember that I never seen somebody, just to add to this closing, I never met somebody that died from work,
Hard work.
from extreme work. Never seen anybody that died from that.
True.
We got another one?
Yes, you have Tony's ex
Tony's XR.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, man?
Hi.
Not much, just chilling.
Dude, I'm ready right now to get back to work.
Right now after this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hold him accountable to that.
You don't have to hold me accountable about work. You can
You're
hold
gonna
me
go
accountable.
over there with Italia and she doesn't let you work.
That's not work. That's one of my non-negotiables, right, Alpha? The wives deal with the kids, and we give the kids time when we could separate from work. Because if we're not promoting,
1,000%,
recruiting,
man, 1,000%.
yeah. My guy didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's all good. So my question is like, what's something somebody can do to anticipate and prevent stress?
You always got to look for the worst case scenario. So every single thing that I do, I always anticipate what's the worst case scenario if I do this. Like, what's the worst case scenario? So in my mind, I already know what the worst case scenario is. So I already have the backup plan, and I have a third plan. So I that's why I never get worried about anything. Sometimes there's people like in the office, everybody's worried and like, oh, what's gonna happen? And then they see me, their leader, and I'm like super calm, ready to execute my counterattack. And then that gives them confidence, and then they're like, oh, we got this, we got this. And then every
We're good.
year we grow. This is going to be our 14th consecutive quarter of growth. Tell me not if we haven't broken records the past 3 months. Tell me not.
We have?
We have. So there's nothing to be stressed about. I would be stressed about if we were going down.
Well, that's why we're fixing everything.
Thank you,
we're
brother.
Fixing.
Great question, by the way. I think a lot of people, this will apply. Like, just remember, every decision is going to have an outcome. So if you think about what's the worst case scenario, then you don't have to worry about what happens worst case because you already anticipate it. But more than likely, if you're taking smart risks, you're going to win big. You're going to have a big reward. So don't be scared and have some courage and go get it.
So have your goal, plan for it, and have protocols in place in case those don't fall through.
Exactly.
Sweet.
Awesome, brother.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you. My pleasure. Who's next, Steph?
Nancy Ibar.
Nancy.
Hey guys! Oh my god, I love
Hi.
you two so much. I listen to you guys for inspiration every day. Like,
Thank you. Thank you.
so
We love
much.
you back.
Still, you are fabulous, girl. Love you. I'm so excited. So my question is, did you guys deal with stress the same way you just said you deal with it when you guys were coming up and didn't have the millions yet?
Always. I would say it's always been the same. I'm the one that's always like, oh my gosh, like this didn't get done. Da, 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 da. Hence why we've gotten so far because he's the complete opposite. To him, it's like, he's like, oh, it's not that important. I'm like, it's actually crucial and let's get it done like now. I have to like pull him aside and I'm like, duh, 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 if I need him. But I'm more like my sense of urgency is so high and I know a lot of people lack that. Me, it's like just like get it done. And I know what can wait till tomorrow and what can't, right? So a lot of people don't know how to tell what a priority is in a list of things. I'm super good at that. Like I know what I have to do. Always. I always have. And I think it's just something that you kind of learn as you grow, depending on how you grew up, if you're the oldest of five, what your responsibilities were, what your work was, and basically like what you had to do, not only coming up, but being brought up. I'm the oldest of five, so I'm naturally a leader. I'm naturally making things happen. I'm naturally making sure everything is done. I'm like here, but I'm in everything. If that makes any sense. Like, it's crazy because I was telling Tim's story, I think it was. I'm like, even if I'm sitting in a room, I can hear what's happening in another room. It is the weirdest thing ever. Like, I'm here, but I'm there, but I'm also there. So I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but I always know what's happening. It's weird. Or I'll know that it's going to happen before it happens. With like people, with things, with the way someone's acting. I can normally put all of that together very, very well. But of course, there's a sense of stress of, it has to be done. And it's like 5 no excuses and it's 4:55 and you still need 30 minutes, if that makes sense. He's the opposite, completely,
I've
complete
never been stressed.
opposite.
10 years back when I met her, I was never stressed out.
Yeah.
When I met her, I was losing everything, and I was pretty much about to go homeless. Only had a Ford Explorer left. I wasn't stressed out. I was closing it.
Must be nice to be him.
Yeah. But you know what? I gotta say this about Syl. Syl has grown so much. Like she has improved so much. Like when I met her, she's a completely different girl, woman
No,
now.
I'm
It's like
not.
she's improved so much. Like every year she's improved, improved, improved. She was the first girl, maybe out of 1,000 that I met, that had it just everything in line. Like she was the girl that she would meet me at the gym at 5 a.m. She would go to work with me at 10 p.m. Be at work at 10 p.m. She would go. What other thing that I like to do? You're a gym. She would. I already said the gym. I would go to seminars. Oh, we're
Yeah.
gonna go to the seminar. You want to roll with me? Yeah, yeah, let's go. I want to learn. And then she would get curious, and I would sneak her into like the final day. Like no other girl out of the 1,000 wanted to go to seminars. They would just want to go get there at the end to just party. Nobody wanted to go to the gym at 5. Nobody wanted to meet me at work. They wanted to meet me after I got out of work. So she was different, and she was into self improvement. Huge. She got so much better every year, every year, every year, every year, just like me. And this is what happens. You get better at dealing with higher level problems. So when people are worried about or making a big deal over like little weenie problems, we're focused on the big problems that are huge problems, massive problems. But we gotten so much better that those problems are now a piece of cake to us. We want bigger problems. We're
Well,
always
we have
reaching
bigger
out for the bigger
problems. That's
problems.
why I'm like, oh shoot, what's
So
happening?
you get better. As long as you keep getting better, you're gonna deal with bigger problems better. You think the billionaire doesn't have any problems? Yeah, way bigger than ours. So you just get better.
Thank you so much. And I just want to say thank you for helping with the money because you've taken care of me before without you knowing in the restaurant I worked at. You came and I've taken care of Albert. So I wish it had been you, but it was Albert. So thank you for this. Thank you so much.
Which restaurant was it?
Javier's in Century City.
Oh, we love that place.
Yes, I know. And I think I saw you once, but I didn't know who you guys were then. And now I do though. So
Oh, that's
thank
awesome.
you so much for this. Seriously, you guys.
We'll see you next time.
When they open back up.
Sí, primeramente Dios. Gracias, guys.
Thank you.
She's so cute.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Albert, Syl, I'm gonna go quick so we can get to everybody. How you guys doing?
Hey.
I think today is the bet. Today's the best day out of the year for me. Like I just today was a great day. Like dude, we crushed it. We like it was a record money making day. We're setting up this party. I was able to turn off the heater for you. You see,
Thank
the
you.
girls were great today. They didn't give us a lot of screaming and things like that. Everybody in the office was on point. Everybody was doing all their roles. Like everybody improved and including us. So I think it was an amazing day besides the money part. So very, very pumped up about 2020. This is the time where you get ready. This is already the start of 2021. So if people are taking breaks right now instead of already starting 2021,
Yeah.
that's where the problem is. But tell me, Jeff.
Awesome. Dude, that's so good to hear. Today was a good day for me. Our buddy Arturo, I helped coach him today, the highest ticket coaching client I had, and he has huge promise. But I do stress. I'm in the come up stage, obviously, clearly, right? So my stress, whenever I'm stressed out, I will drink a beer. It helps, but then I go to sleep. I'll drink an energy drink, which we all know I don't need those, but I like them, but I know it helps. Or I'll go to the gym. Out of those three things, obviously the gym's the best, but like I always want the beer. The beer is the easiest one, right? I love beer. I love even at your event. That's what I love about Driven. It was just more of a relaxing thing. Actually, that's the last time I had a beer. I'm in Texas right now. We just filmed a show for some TV show that asked me to be on. So, but I'm stressed out because everybody knows of me, and I'm not where you're at right now, right? I know a lot of stuff. I can help out, but what's the best out of those three to use? I took up too much time. Steph hates me. Go ahead.
Well, beer doesn't take away my stress. I'll talk based on my experiences. Like beer, I love beer. So like my Sundays, it's my recharge day. So every Sunday, I still wake up extremely early. I'll do my self improvement, check my finances, but I'll skip the workout and just go into my 6 pack of Peroni. So I'll drink my Peronis on an empty stomach. The best time to drink, guys, is on an empty stomach. Like beer, not alcohol. Like you drink a beer in the mornings, it gives you a really good buzz, but it doesn't fuck you up. So I love Peronis. So I'll drink the Peronis, but they don't take away stress. I'm not drinking them for stress. I don't think alcohol. I think alcohol is the worst thing for stress because it just makes you forget, and then it makes you a little bit lower in your intelligence level. So then you start kind of calling people you shouldn't, and making decisions you wouldn't do when you're sober. So I think more than anything, like I like Sundays because I relax and recover and like let my muscles rest and all that. So the beer does that for me, and I like the beer because it doesn't get you fucked up. It just kind of buzzes you because it's not that strong. So that's what I like beer. But for me, for stress, no better thing than having a crazy 2 hour workout, an hour and a half of weightlifting, and 40 minutes of extreme sprints going uphill, and that gives me the sweat. That gives me, and then I feel like I'm the greatest when I'm doing that. And then that gives me so much energy that doing it in the morning, it kind of forces myself to eat healthy, to stay away from bad foods, to stay away from drinking, and things like that, because I feel like, man, I worked out so hard, I don't want to mess it up. But that's how I see both of them. What was the third one?
Energy drinks. Do you drink energy drinks?
Oh, yeah, I love energy drinks, but I'll drink one before my workout, and then I'll just drink one like in the middle of the day, just for fun.
But
Pretty
not
much.
any energy drink to add to that.
Yeah,
it's not like
it's Celsius.
yeah.
It's Celsius, but I drink those because I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee because it stains your teeth, and I don't think yellow teeth are attractive, and I don't like the taste, by the way. So I'll drink Celsius because it's no sugar, and it has a lot of vitamins, and it tastes good. It tastes like orange soda. So I think that's what I drink, and I like them. I think one's enough. One in the morning is enough, but sometimes I'll pop a second one. Why
Or
not?
a third one. You've done that before.
Yeah, but it doesn't do much. Like after you have one in the morning, you're good. I
thought
just
today
drink it
was
for fun. I like the
Thursday.
taste.
Yeah, okay. Thank you guys very much. And I didn't even stress out last time. I was just in Vegas with my boy Andy on date, and I was late for the plane, and like, you got to run. I was like, hey, if anything, man, I make the next one. And it reminded me of you, Albert, during Driven, when Syl was all stressed out. You're like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And like, you got to have some of that, especially if you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. And also the energy drinks, they don't take away stress for me. They actually make me more jittery. So I don't drink energy drinks like when I'm gonna speak on stage or none of that, because they make you a little bit you're not smooth. So they don't take the stress. And also like the driven boot camps, driven events are a lot of activities going on. So there's a lot of pressure, a lot of things going on. Things are falling apart, and then you have to fix them. And so in the background, there's a lot of things like about to explode that you guys don't see. You guys just see the other side where everything looks like so cool and so amazing. But we're gonna go to the next person. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, thank
Ruben Vasquez.
Hey Albert, how you doing?
Very good, brother. How are you?
Good. Nice to finally talk to you, man. I've been watching you for a little bit now.
Awesome, man. I'm excited. The more friends I have, the better.
Yeah, man. So I recently just I went off on my own now. I'm self-employed. I'm starting to do real estate. I'm trying to flip and hold, and I'm starting to venture into that. But anyway, so my question is, how do you separate your work and your home life? Because I'm having difficult, because I used to have a 9-to-5 job, right? So I know, okay, I go to work, I come home, and then that's it, I'm at home. But being a new business owner, it's like, I feel like I'm going 24/7. Is that how you are? Or
Yeah, yeah. Like
Yep.
your kids are.
Does he have kids?
You have kids, right?
I do, I have 2 kids.
Yeah, like your kids should be grateful of having a father like you that's working and providing food and money to them, taking care of them. So they should be happy with you. Like if you don't go work, you can't take care of your kids. So that's how I see it. Now, I'll leave. I'll give him a little kiss. I'll go to the office, and then I'm the first one there. Then I'll come back, and then I'll give them a little kiss again and say hi to them, and I'll go back to the office because we have that. That's actually an advantage because we live so close. But it wasn't like that in the beginning. People
No.
see us and they're like, "Oh, well, they have this life, and it's so easy because you just drive your Ferrari up and down the street in 5 minutes." But hey, what about when I was homeless? What about when I was doing cocaine? What about when I got 3 DUIs? What about when I was making mistake after mistake? What about when I was getting paid very little for being a slave? What about when I was working for free? They don't see all the sacrifices that I did. Everybody has to go through that. But when you get smarter, you get all the information you need, you start building your army and creating systems and creating other flows of income. So it's a process to get there. So right now you're in that process that you're building for your family. So they should be very happy that you're out there working hard. And then when we get home, sometimes we get home and the kids are asleep, the girls are asleep, and we can't see them. But hey, you're working for the future. And then on Sundays are the days that I spend the day with them. Sundays I'll work till 12 more or less, and then I'll spend like the whole rest of the day with them. And sometimes like that's why you work so hard. Sometimes it's a Wednesday, and I'll just be like, I'm not going to work today. I'm gonna take the you girls out, and we're gonna go to Nobu and have some fun. But that's the way we do it. And another example is when the coronavirus happened. I told my wife, and I told my little girls, you know what? I'm gonna go out there and fight. I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna let go of any employees. I'm gonna keep everybody, and I'm gonna go out there and fight. I'm gonna die fighting. And you might not see me for 3 months or 6 months. You might just in and out. I'm gonna wake up, leave, and I'm not gonna come back. You're gonna be sleeping, but I'm gonna go down fighting. If I go down, I'm gonna die. And then because of that attitude and that plan of attack, we exploded to record-breaking records, and we went from barely getting to 10 million last year to well over 21 million this year. Might even be closer to 30 if I add up everything. So that's what happens when you do that. So you're on the right track. So tell your family that I'm really happy for them to have you in their life.
And if I can give you a little tip, don't feel guilty about it. If anything, it will be 24/7.
Jesus.
We luckily
Jesus.
we started way before we had kids, but now I'm not gonna lie to you, it is a lot. Like, you do feel bad sometimes, but I'm like, no, like he said, if we have a clear day on a Wednesday, which has not been at all lately, even Sunday we had something to do, Saturday, like it's just been nonstop. But we're setting ourselves to win for 2021 huge, meaning everybody on the same page. This is changing, that's changing, and to me it's not stressful, it's a lot of work, and I know I have a deadline, but again, it's just different levels, and right now you have to be willing to do whatever it takes. We always worked. Work was our number one priority no matter what, but we didn't have kids. Now it is a little bit harder. Now it's like, I'm like, damn, I have to do this and I have to do that. And moms, I feel, at least moms like me that do everything, it's a lot, so I feel some of those moms going crazy right now. I can't even imagine homeschooling my kids right now, just with everything that's going on, but 24/7, it will be 24/7.
All right, I appreciate the advice and the answer to my question. Thank you, guys.
You're
Appreciate you,
welcome.
man.
And I think that's it. Oh,
There's 2 more questions.
okay.
Right, let's handle him.
This question is from Jason. He can't get on, but his question is, do all women typically stress more than men?
Yes, because men miss all the details, all of them.
I know a lot of people that remember No Chance, the guy that never had a chance. He was stressed out all the time, more than girls.
More than girls.
So
yeah.
it's not true.
That's not true, I guess. I guess it's a way of what are your tasks? What do you have to do? What are your roles? What do you have to handle? What needs to be done?
It's also
different.
training and knowing and having information.
Yeah.
Like you got to stop worrying about things you can't control.
I'm not worried about the things I can't control. I'm worried about the things I could control that I need to get done, like right after this, so that tomorrow's not like today.
Next question.
Yeah.
You have next question from Henry Wifaro.
Henry. What's up, Henry?
Hey, how's it going, Albert?
Very good, very good.
It's definitely nice to meet you. I met you back in Driven back in 2019, so it's nice to talk to you both, Syl and
Right, Long
Albert.
Beach.
Long Beach.
Yes, Long Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there with Mike. He's the one who kind of told me about you guys.
Which Mike?
Mike Fletes.
Oh, that guy is one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's a machine. He's always telling me new things, and he's kind of like a mentor to me.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like an indirect mentor, following, trying to understand everything that you guys are doing.
Awesome. But whatever I can do to help you, you could always reach out to me, DM me, and just tell me, hey, I'm Mike's friend. I'll do anything for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Albert. And then my question was in regards to stress. Did you train yourself with everything that you're doing now to manage that, or is that something that was just born in you? And if it's something that you had to train yourself on, what are those skills? What are those books? What were those mentors? That kind of helped you manage it to what you're doing today.
You know what? My family is a old-fashioned Mexican family. They're always stressed about everything. They're stressed about me leaving. Like when I was a little kid, they were stressed about me because I used to open the fridge and just leave it open. And I was like thinking, okay, well, let me see what am I gonna get? Cranberry, orange juice.
It probably took him an hour.
And I was just, and then I would get it and just leave it open as I served myself and did all that. And then they were like, Alberto, like, cierra el refrigerador, like close the fridge. And I'm like, man, I hated that. I'm like, ugh. And then I would always leave the lights on, and they would always like screaming at me to turn the lights on. Why are you leaving the lights on? And I'm like, damn, man. Like everything. Like, why are you leaving the AC if you're out of your room? And I'm like, because if I turn it off, by the time I come back, it's going to be hot again. I want it to be fresh when I come back. And everything was about like saving and worried about everything. And I love my parents. My dad's, I see him almost every day. My mom, I see her like 3-4 times a day. A week. My dad almost every day, because he comes and he's always helping us. And I love seeing him every day. Because I don't know how long I'm gonna have my parents for, and I want to give them like time. I want to give them and I'm working hard to like take care of them, so that they really don't have to work anymore.
They like working,
and they like working keeps older people healthier. So I grew up like that, and always worried about everything. My mom she got me so scared of the sun that my room was so like covered up because I thought the sun was bad for you.
He was glow in the dark.
It was like dark, like
literally.
a dark hole, like the Batman cave. And whenever I came out, like people would see me like, man, you're so fucking white. and then I would walk to the school bus stop. I would get a big book and cover myself from the sun because I didn't want to get like cancer, because my mom said you would get cancer. So everything was about that. First, everything my parents told me not to do, they were wrong. Like I did the opposite of what my parents told me to do, and that's how I became successful. They said don't do Driven. I did Driven. Don't open the business. I opened the business. Don't invest in real estate. I invested in real estate. Don't date a girl. Don't get married. I did that. So everything that I did, like they were just saying it because they were so feared and scared about everything. So what I started doing that fixed that, because yes, I did fix it, was I started doing a bunch of self-improvement. I started learning from mentors that were experts in different fields. Like I'm not going to learn real estate from, for example, there's a mentor. I'll give you 2 of them, but I won't say their names. One of them has a company. One of them is a local celebrity speaker, invest in real estate. The other one has a real business. So I'm not going to learn business from the speaker that invests in real estate, but I'm not going to learn real estate from the guy that's running a business and that doesn't invest in real estate. I'm not going to learn mindset from the wrong person. I'm not going to learn taxes from the wrong person. If you notice, that's why I'm bringing Billy Jean from marketing to the boot camp. I'm bringing Mark Kohler, the best tax guy in the nation. I'm bringing Bobby Castro, who sold the company for $1 billion. I'm bringing Brad Lee for training. He has the best training company in the world. So I'm bringing people. I like to learn the best from the best in their industries, and that keeps me like, I'm not scared of anything. Nothing fears. I don't fear anything, and I don't know how to stop. Like I was just always like that. So I'm not. I did have to correct myself though with self-improvement. So I think for the answer would be invest in yourself. That's the best investment you could make. And if you have a $10,000, $20,000, that all should go to your mind to get better.
For sure.
Thank you, Albert. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Looking forward to seeing you guys at the boot camp. I just purchased my ticket about 2 weeks ago. So
awesome, brother.
I'll see you soon.
See
I'm
you
excited.
there.
And one thing to close it. Anybody that invests in me, whether it's the cheapest ticket or the expensive ticket, you want a brother, not a friend, but a family member, dude. Anything you guys need from me, send me a DM. Reach out to Steph. Sometimes I get a lot of DMs. I'll answer anything you want. I'll send you a video. I'll get on a quick call if I have to. Like whatever I can do to help you guys, I'm all in for you. I have a commitment for life to all of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
My pleasure, brother. Are we good? One more?
There's so many, you're never gonna end.
You
Well,
want to do
can
the
you
last
just
one?
pick the last one, the best one
Pick
out
the
of all
best
of
one
them?
you think, and we'll end it with that.
Look at the lights on our tree.
They look beautiful.
Berlin is so crazy.
Oh yeah, but the Spanish is just hot.
Oh, I know.
Do we have a Spanish question?
The calls never stop coming. Just like.
Sí,
¿Español?
Sí, un poco muy poco inglés.
Hola.
Dámelo en español, dámelo en español.
Hola.
Sí, es mi primera vez que entro a este grupo.
Bienvenido.
Gracias. Pues he estado escuchando todo lo que han comentado y wow, muy interesante. Me interesa bastante. Yo soy self-employed y tengo otro part-time en otro trabajo en un restaurante y por las mañanas tengo mi negocio, reparación de computadoras. Y es duro, el 2020 me afectó bastante. Tengo apenas hace un año que inicié con toda la actitud para el 2021, perdón, para el 2020 y ¡bam! La pandemia y muy mal, pero pues ahí andamos siguiendo instrucciones y las ideas que nos dan bastante, muy bueno.
Gracias, hermano. Mira, solo una cosa necesitas. Nunca te rindas, o sea, nunca seas un quitter. Porque un quitter una vez es un quitter por vida. Es como un boxeador, cuando lo noquean, lo siguen noqueando los que siguen. Porque ya se rindió. O sea, si te noquean, te levantas y lo noqueas. O no te dejas noquear. Te quedas parado y le sigues. Lo peor que puede hacer uno es quitear cuando se pone difícil. Porque eso te va a hacer que aceptes cada vez que algo se ponga difícil o es tiempo de quitear. Y eso es el número uno, la número una ley que tienes que seguir. Y siempre van a haber tiempos difíciles.
Yeah.
Pero los tiempos difíciles no duran. Lo que dura es la persona que es fuerte.
Pues he caído hasta hasta abajo y eso me ha dado impulso para levantarme y experiencias y sobre otras personas lo que han pasado también, digo, wow, y digo, yo no puedo quedarme aquí. Y sí, he seguido bastante esto, entonces esperemos próximo año sea un poco mejor y seguir para adelante.
Sí, hermano, así es. Y chequea mis videos viejos y todo eso. Tengo mucha información de qué tan difícil se me puso a mí mi vida. Y yo le seguí. Y hasta hace 12 meses mi vida cambió cuando ya me empezó a pagar el universo más de lo que me merezco. Antes de eso, estaba cheque por cheque sobreviviendo para crecer mis negocios. Muchas veces las personas se rinden cuando estaban a una pulgada del éxito. No seas una de esas. Tú puedes. Gracias, hermano. Well, everybody, thank you for being on this Driven Couples. We'll be back next Wednesday.
Yep.
If you guys are coming to our party Saturday, I'll see you there. You want to say something to them?
Nothing, just that we love you guys, and remember that you can do anything and everything you set your mind to. You just have to be willing to put in the work, follow the rules as far as making sure you're doing everything correctly. And you know, whatever your business is, just be the best at it. You know, be a good person, never give up, you know, go against all odds. That's literally what we're doing with this Christmas party. For a second there, I was like, man, all these people are announcing like, oh, the company's not doing anything, you know, next year and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, like, we're not going to be that person. We're going to do what we said we were going to do, regardless of the circumstances. And there's no way that I can pull off Driven and I can't pull off a Christmas party, you know? Every venue turned us down. People are like, you guys are fucking crazy. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, our people deserve a party. Whoever wants to come is welcome. Whoever doesn't want to come can stay home. You know, we don't know what 2021 holds. The only thing we can control is how we react to everything. That's basically it. So, love you guys.
And babe, one last question for me.
What?
All right, will you cook for me today?
He's so bad. He acts like I don't cook for him. You're so rude.
I'm hungry.
Hijo de la. Yeah, so I'm going to cook for him because I love him, even though I literally sometimes want to just kill him and then bring him back to life and take it back. But yeah, I will cook for him, for the record. But I love you guys.
Appreciate you guys. We'll see you next Wednesday.